Hey, so I'm down here now in Baja, California, down on the southernmost tip of Los Cabos, at my off-grid house, the East Cape, just a little bit south of Cabo Pumo. And I've been working the last couple days on setting up a hydroponics PVC pipe continuous flow system. And I'm pretty close here with its construction. I'm just about ready to start putting in some seedling trays, and I'm just going to show you what I've got. So what I got here is two 100 millimeter PVC pipes. Actually, I've got a total of 4 altogether. These ones are each about 10 feet long. I've drilled 2-inch holes every 6 inches. I have sealed up the ends with some PVC pipe glue, and this is just to let the water transition from one pipe to the next. And I've just been sort of letting the water fill up the pipes. Actually, I've got about I think a total of almost 80 slots here, 80 holes for plants. And here's the other end, of course. I've got a little tiny pump down there with a kind of slow flow of water coming through here now. Let's see if you guys can see that. But there's the water level right there. Shoots back out to the bottom and back into the bucket for a kind of continuous circulating effect. I've been working on the pH balance of the water. I hear that somewhere between 5.5 and 7 is a pretty good pH balance for the water. I've got 7.5 right now. I've just been using some of this pH decreaser. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just starting some new seedlings using these little self-expanding grow mediums. Just kind of making a grid. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put one seed in each of the little small grow mediums and add water. What I'm doing now is I'm just going to fill these trays with about 1 centimeter of water. The water's going to come up through the holes in the other trays, and the grow medium should start automatically expanding. And these seed trays have been sitting for about 10 minutes now, and they've all come up nicely. So these are clay pellets right here, and these are just a very absorbent material that helps the plants stand upright, from what I understand of it. This is, of course, my first attempt at this. The trellis up here, so this will be a cucumber that climbs. So I'm actually printing out some planting trays here for the hydroponic system, and I'm putting in. I couldn't quite get the right size, so I decided to 3D print some myself. Something like that. Okay, that should be good enough.
He's in.
He's in. Cucumbers and lettuce down here. And I guess we'll see what happens tomorrow. So I'm doing a little bit of late night hydroponics PVC pipe repair. Not technically repair, I suppose it would be more like adjustments. I made a bit of a mistake. This part wasn't draining fast enough. It was doing pretty well for a couple of days, but then maybe like some particles or something might have got blocked in it or something like that. And I found that my pipes were overflowing tonight, and so I'm quickly making some repairs. I've gone and I've put in a somewhat larger pipe here in its place, We are about 2 weeks into things now. Just a bit of a grow report update. The beans are doing very well. The peas, a couple of the peas are starting to sprout up. A couple of them not so much. I'm not too sure why these guys don't want to grow. I'm not sure if their little roots are touching the water. Some cucumbers. Cucumbers are doing well, except for the ones which blew over and snapped. So I installed this wind barricade, which is helping a lot. So here's a little update on the garden. The beans are coming along pretty well. Tomatoes are finally starting to take hold. I've built up the wind protection, and that's mainly in order to give the cucumbers something to grow onto. Cucumbers and peas when they start growing up. So, but lettuce is starting to come along, and everything's all right. I've got a couple roughly 10-foot pipes a piece. I've got 4 of them all together, so it's about 40 foot of PVC piping. There's about 100 millimeter in diameter, and what I've got here is the bucket of nutrient solution and water. That's my little stir stick from the beach, a driftwood stir stick. What happens here is that the water is pumped and oxygenated with that little air bubbles pump. This nutrient solution is pumped into the PVC piping, and it's just drawing its nutrients directly out of the water without an earth grow medium. Those are the beans. Those seem to be doing very well. They're coming along very nicely. They're super happy. I've replanted some onions just that came from the grocery store. The water reaches the end. It fills up this tube all the way to that halfway mark, reaches the end, swooshes down into this bottom tube, and then runs back all the way towards the bucket. And so that, like I say, the little water pump continuously repumps the water into the tube. So for growing out here in the desert, this is actually a pretty cool solution because of the low water usage. I think it's probably about 4 weeks since I planted everything. Maybe a little over 4, maybe 4.5, 5 weeks. I learned a few things, that's for sure, this first go around. These lettuces are growing in very nicely. The tomatoes seem to grow a little bit slower. I've got some of the leaf miners here, which are pretty easy to deal with. You just basically, if you see that, you look for the little guy in there and you squeeze him, and that probably kills him, and if not, you just remove the leaf or whatever. But you can see that little guy close up, little black spot right there. So I'm just gonna squeeze him. And I had a single water flow with a thinner tube, and it was getting blocked up. It was getting blocked up either here, or it was getting blocked up in the bucket with like a leaf that had blown in or something. That happened twice, and it caused the movement of water to become very still. The root rot occurs when there's not enough oxygen in the water, and if there's and that root rot can't occur if there's oxygenated water. So in order to combat that root rot that had occurred from not having that water flow, I just tried to add additional bubblers, and I actually added 2 pumps. I only have 1 running now, but I added 2 pumps for a while to get a faster moving water flow. Okay, so well, I just learned that planting your plants either too close or without some sort of screen installed, actually the roots ended up growing through the holes and into the pipes that I had here, and then blocking up the water flow. And so now I got to figure out how to fix this, but just a caution that some sort of root blockage is going to be needed. This is about like a foot away too from the hole, maybe a little further, but like the nearest plant's about a foot away, and its roots still made it down. So cool. Hey guys, time for one final video. Just gonna show you what grew after a couple weeks. Hydroponics gardening. Plants got huge. Like I say, the tomatoes got huge. These are tomatoes here. I actually planted an avocado. This is pretty cool. I planted an avocado seed just for fun. And let's see if we can make our way back there through this jungle. You can see he's shot up a lot. That's it right there. So that's the avocado. He's just shot up so well. Man, that's the lettuce. Look how big that got. Just gonna put my hand there so you guys can see how big that actually is. Beans, I've picked these all a few times now and they just keep growing back more. Some pretty nice big beans. Just the rate at which things grow, the fact that things are elevated off the ground. There was way less issue with bugs. There were still some bugs, but there was way less issue with bugs as compared to stuff which was planted in the dirt. And overall things just grew faster, bigger. They look healthier, greener. Those cucumbers are really kind of dried up, but they looked good about a week ago. They were looking really good. So that's it. Anyway, that's it. If you guys like this video, hope you'll subscribe for more. It's kind of like my personal project, this channel. I'm going to give you guys a tour pretty soon. Probably step out of the wind and give you guys a tour pretty soon of my off-grid place here at East Cape, Los Cabos.